We're live, man.
It's like his face is blurred out for witness protection.
Yeah, he's chilling. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Thursday night, 9:30. You know what time it is. We're here. We're chilling. I mean, we got some stuff to talk about tonight. We got some interesting topics to talk about tonight. Y'all get us. Y'all get Ebbs, Dante. You know, everybody's on. It's the end of the month. It's the end of the summer. Everybody's on sabbatical. They at the movies. They doing their thing. Some people still at church. Who churching on Thursday night at 9:30? I don't know. It's just.
Is she coaching?
They act like they not coaching, but they really coaching. You know.
They be in church from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Right. Monday through Friday. It's like a second job. Except it costs them money. They hustling backwards. So. Well, welcome to the Thursday night edition of the Deacon Board. So tonight, we got some stuff we're going to talk about.
We need a different name.
Nah, I like the Deacon Board.
It needs to be like the Deacon Board presents. Because I ain't no damn deacon.
I mean, neither am I, but...
I'm not even close to being a deacon.
I mean...
Or wait, no, a deaconess. I'm sorry.
You're a deaconess. You're Baptist, so you can be a deaconess. You know, deaconess in the Baptist church and the AME church. They're deaconess.
I'm gonna brainstorm some names. I'll come back. I'll get back.
Yeah, we're not changing that shit. So listen, a lot to talk about. You know, we're gonna talk about some B-sides, like we said. You know, the songs that weren't popular, but didn't get the airplay, but were actually better than the songs that got airplay from certain artists, like MJ. You know, everybody knew "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." You know, "Working Day and Night," but "Girlfriend" was a better song than both of them.
"Girlfriend" was the best song on the album.
"Can't Help It" was one of the dopest songs on the album. You know, so things like that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Prince. We're gonna have a whole Prince madness, a Prince fantasy madness, if you will. Now, a lot of these Prince songs people may not know unless you're a real Prince fan.
You would not.
People gonna be tripping because they would be like, "Oh, what's that? What's that?"
And the funny thing is, when I was looking at the list, they didn't even take from the hits and the B-sides that he put out. 15 years ago. Some of them are, yeah. But a lot of them are not.
They did some real obscure. Prince stuff.
They did stuff on other people's stuff. Like like some of those songs I never even heard of. And
they're all Prince songs though. I mean, they're all once.
Some of them I'm just like, I never even heard this song.
Right. I've been let's see what else. They want to talk about Irv Gotti later on, so we might get into that. We might get into a lot of stuff. You know, why I don't know why Game is still. I don't know why he did a 10-minute diss on Eminem. I mean, I don't understand what his issue is or why he's trying to start beef with him. I mean, what did Eminem do to him?
He doesn't have anything to do.
Is that what the problem is?
Nobody is. It comes down to a few things. Like especially if it's an older rapper who used to be controversial, when they start talking about stuff for no reason, it's like, okay, do you owe somebody money and you trying to get paid? Like, are you sad because nobody's paying you any more attention? Like, why are we back here? And with him, he got a lot of weird cases.
Yeah, he's pretty much a nutcase.
Allegedly involved youngsters. So maybe something's about to drop.
Yeah. Let me just throw this out. I don't know nothing about that. So
news is about to drop and he wants to deflect. I don't know.
Is that what it is? I don't know. I'm not touching that. I don't have nothing to do with that.
I said
but let's stop making whack rappers popular. All right. We gotta stop making whack rappers famous. And I'm gonna start with this one. Issa Rae has a new show out on HBO Max called Rap Shit. And I actually like it. The first episode.
I only watched the first episode. I have not watched it.
The first episode threw me off because of the intro, but as I started watching it, it was playing while I was working. Mm-hmm. And as I started watching, I'm like, this is actually pretty damn good. She's actually done. In Coltrane, into some stuff. I see your face. I see you looking.
I was looking for my cloth to clean my glasses.
Oh,
Great one.
yeah. So it's actually a pretty good show. I've watched the first six
I watched the
episodes.
first episode, but maybe I'll go back to it tonight because I've been. Don't ask me what's wrong with me because I could not answer that question. But I've been watching Love and Hip Hop from the beginning to like current. And I started with Love and Hip Hop LA. I started at the very beginning, and I was just like, wow, these people are still doing the same thing on TV, and it's almost 10 years later. And then now I can tell like when they're acting because before I really couldn't tell. But then I also remember I really wasn't paying that much attention before. But now that I'm like really sitting paying attention, it's like this is wild. And the one thing about Love and Hip Hop New York that I'm gonna say, and then we can talk about something else. Emily B, Fabulous's girlfriend, really let that man embarrass her for 2 seasons. He would not even come on the show. He would not. He didn't want to be on. He didn't want his kids on the show. Anything. This man turned around and knocked this woman's teeth out maybe 8 or 9 years later. And now they're broken up. Girl, you did not have to go through all that. You could have broke up with him back when he wouldn't come on the show because he didn't want to claim you. And you would still have your original teeth. Okay, I'm done. We can go ahead.
I'm sitting here thinking about who the hell are these people? Who are you talking about?
You know who Fabulous is, the
I
rapper
mean,
Fabulous?
I know Fab.
Okay,
And I'm
and
like,
his girlfriend, her name was Emily, or is well, no, they're no longer together. So his girlfriend's name was Emily. They had 3 kids. They have 3 kids together. She was on the original cast of Love and Hip Hop New York. She's a stylist. And he didn't want to be on the show. He didn't want to be on the show with her. He didn't want to claim her or anything like that. But then, what was it, last year before last, they got into a physical altercation and he hit, yeah. And now they're broken up. And I'm like, girl, you should have, the red flags was way back in 2012.
I don't even mess around. I have no clue who the hell you're talking about, and it
Red
is what it
flags
is.
was way back
I'm
in
definitely not. I think reality television has run its course, and I can't wait for it to die a
I
slow
agree.
death.
I
I
agree.
needed to die. I needed to die like Auto-Tune and T-Pain died. When they did Death of Auto-Tune, I need reality television to die just like that.
You
We
know
need
what
some
we
good.
should replace reality TV with because people have very short attention spans. Netflix is
Game
doing
shows.
those one season shows where they wrap everything up in one season.
Right.
I
Okay.
have no problem with a ton of those because it's all fresh stories. And you're not dragging something on. I mean, Law and Order's been on for what, 23 years now? That's enough. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I love it, but
Yeah, listen, but I'm a TV junkie. I used to be a TV junkie. I don't really have time to watch TV now, but I'd rather binge watch something. Like I can turn my guilty pleasure. I like The West Wing, so I can turn The West Wing on right now and just let it play. Even though I've seen it 50 million times, but for me, it's just noise in the background,
yeah,
right?
mine is The Good Place.
It's
My background noise show is The Good Place.
okay. So it's all background noise for me. So let's get to it. We talked about the game. We talked about bad television shows. We hope reality TV dies a slow death. Um, oh yeah, man. Listen, yesterday was Bean's birthday.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
it was. It was.
It's kind of crazy that Kobe's been gone for 2.5 years, and on his birthday, his wife won her case against the county of Los Angeles for $16 million. Now we can applaud that. The problem is the taxpayers of Los Angeles County are on the hook for that $16 million.
And it'll probably get dropped down by half in an appeal or whatever.
I'm
The
sure, but
point of it is, well, the reason I don't know if everybody should know this, but maybe you guys don't. The sheriffs who are the first on the scene at the site where Kobe and his daughter and other people died, they were taking pictures and
right,
sending pictures to their friends and going to places and showing people the
right,
pictures.
correct.
And Vanessa found out about it. What's his name? The chief, he tried to lie about it
Right.
and it did not go far and they got what they deserved, but it is coming out of our pockets
Yeah,
ultimately.
it's coming out the taxpayers' pocket
Yeah. And
because
it's
some
really
idiots,
sad.
and it shouldn't be that. It should be the people
It
that
should
showed
come
the
out of
pictures, the people that took the pictures should be paying. The people that the budget
they
of
should
the
be fired. They should be
I,
fired.
I agree with that. That's an invasion of privacy. And
They should be fired.
from what I understand, she had to live that all over again because they were showing the pictures of Kobe's decapitated body.
They were sending out pictures before she had even been notified.
Yeah, that's
They
crazy.
had taken pictures and sent them out to people before any families had been notified.
Like I
And
didn't even know. I didn't even know that he was decapitated. To be honest with you,
me neither. I didn't know that either
so that was
until
something new. That was something
everything
new for me.
came out.
That was something new for me. I didn't. I
I
just
thought it
found
was
that out.
just Gigi. I didn't hear that he was. I heard it was Gigi that
No,
was.
no, they said he was decapitated, which is crazy to me. So, you know, like God bless him, and God bless the dead and her family. She doesn't need the money. She doesn't need the money, but you know, I'm sure as hell glad she got it. It'll
I hope
teach
she
people a
donates
lesson.
it to all these abortion funds all over the country where people don't want us to have governance over our own bodies. Just throw that out there. Maybe she's listening. Okay, go ahead.
You're just gonna throw that in the middle of it, right?
I'm
You're
just
just
gonna
gonna
throw it
throw
out
it in.
there because
I almost ended the show. You know, just I was ended the show right there. Okay, we're done. Thank
it's
you.
something that needs to be fresh on people's minds because it's almost time to vote again. That's all.
It
Okay.
is. It is. It is. Speaking of that, you know, yes, the midterms are coming up in November. There are a couple of special elections in New York yesterday, which some Democrats won, which was good. But you know, you have to vote in November. I know there's some hoteps that still don't believe in voting, but you assholes just became homeowners, so I bet you'll start voting now. You know, it's funny how people are all for voting when they become homeowners because
When
now
your
they're looking at
interests change,
their interest change. Their
your
interest
your
change.
political your politics
Yeah,
change.
you're about to, yeah. They change based on what's going on in my community. Well, shit, I have taxes. My taxes are going up. Who controls that? Oh, the people that work down at the county courthouse, the clerk, and blah blah blah. Blah. Let me vote them in or out. That's really what it comes down to. So yeah, you're right. Their interests change. So
And local elections
matter.
are way more important than federal.
Correct.
Federal
Oh my God.
matters, but local, because when you think local, you're thinking your mayor, you're thinking people on the school board that are
Correct.
choosing curriculum to teach the children around
Correct.
you. You may not have kids, but one day these whats are going to rule the world, and I want them to be smart because we just had a president that I felt like I was smarter than, and that was a very weird 4 years for me. So
You know.
we don't want more of that.
No, we can't have more of that.
No.
And then and not only that, but look, how much I pay for garbage, how much I pay for water, how much I pay for lights, all that matters. Who's even though I don't want to go in front of a judge, but who are your judges?
Yep.
How do they feel about sentencing people? Are they disproportionately sentencing black and brown people, for similar crimes that other people do? Are they handing out, what's going on with your sheriff? How
How
are they?
lenient are they? Yeah, right. Like
Right.
especially with the sheriff and your police
My
department.
my fire
Unfortunately,
department.
I have LAPD, and they need to just throw the whole LAPD away. I recently watched the Tupac and Biggie ID show. Oh my God.
Really? I think I saw that one. I think I saw that one.
Three-parter.
Right.
Do you know that they knew exactly who they've known for years exactly who have killed these people?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I knew that.
Exactly who and what weapon they used, what bullets they know everything.
Yeah,
But
they know everything.
there was an FBI agent that like he uncovered it all. But because allegedly some of the people involved were in LAPD, and another thing, Bernard Parks, Messy Queen, his daughter had been drawn up on drug charges. All that stuff is connected to the Tupac Biggie thing. It's wild. It's wild.
I didn't see that one. I didn't see that coming.
Because okay, so here's the thing: the FBI agent, he's gathering evidence, and he sees this picture of this lady in red, and there were two men on either side of her, also in red, and those were the two officers that were involved in Biggie's murder.
Oh.
And they said like suppressed evidence and got rid of stuff. And they said that if the truth came out, it would literally dissolve the LAPD, because back then it would have been a $400 million lawsuit, and it would have abolished the Los Angeles Police Department.
Really? Wow.
Man, it's on Discovery. If y'all are looking for it, it's on
Well, I have to
Discovery
go check it out.
Plus. It's a 3-parter. It's on the ID section of Discovery Plus. Man, I was glued to my seat.
I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check it out because it's important. I mean, I wouldn't say it's important, but these are two deaths that really have gone unsolved, and it's unbelievable that however popular both of them are, that we still don't know who killed Tupac or Biggie.
It was the
Doesn't
guy,
make sense.
the Orlando guy.
Well, I know that. We know that just from the streets, but
and Orlando is dead, so we could talk. It's not slander because he ain't here. But no, he did that interview, and in the interview, he's rolling his eyes, he's laughing. I'm sitting there like, but if he would have gone down, he could have took it, man,
everybody down with him.
Yeah. Man.
Yep. All these years, you know. Yeah, that's crazy. Speaking of good TV, there's also the Lakers series that's on Hulu now, which is really good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So that's back and that's doing their thing on that. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff that's out. Top Gun Maverick finally came out on Apple TV streaming, so I'll probably watch that. Yeah, I'll probably watch that tomorrow. I need to watch that tomorrow. I'm gonna do like you're doing. I'm gonna strike up whatever.
They had it playing at we went to see Nope. I mean, you could go, you don't have to go. That's my review on Nope. But they were playing Top Gun in the 4DX theater. Have you ever been to a 4DX?
Yo, 4DX is crazy, yo. 4DX is wild.
The first one I went to, it was Pacific Rim, and there was places in that movie where water was skirting in my face, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I like this part of this thing.
The first time I went to a 4DX theater was right down in LA Live at the
that's theater. That's where I went.
Yeah, I think it's dope. I mean,
Camille and I went there to that theater to see The Lion King also, and that was pretty dope because when they're flying overhead, we were moving with it. I felt like I was a part of the Pride Lands. It was kind of dope.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm good on that. I don't need all that shit. So let's get to it. Let's get to the B-sides. Now listen, like we talked about, I'm gonna put this bracket up a little bit later, but as I was looking behind me earlier today and looking at some of the albums up on the wall, like I was thinking about songs of the kid life, and there are, everybody knows.
Are there any skips on that album?
Yes. Oh yes. Yes.
Hold on.
There are definitely skips on songs of the kid life. I think.
Hold on. Let me see.
Some people might disagree with me, but I think there are some definite skips on in songs in the kid life. I think track 12, Ebony Eyes, on the first album.
You gonna just use the song with my name in it and say skip?
I'm sorry. It is what
I feel like that was racist.
Okay, whatever. I think Ebony Eyes could be a skip. It's kind of cheeky, It feels like a throwaway song compared to all the other songs on the album. That's just my thought.
You know what ain't a skip? This song actually has my favorite song in the world on it. So.
What's that?
Ass. I know.
Oh, Ass is never. Ass will never be.
Other people's favorite song too, but this song has a special place for me because me and my mom used to sing this song to each other.
Yeah, Ass is definitely not a skip. It'll never be a skip. And I mean, since I'm here and where's that? Village Ghetto Land is one of my favorite songs musically. I mean, you can hear what he's trying to accomplish in that. That's one of my favorite joints. Let's see what else. That is, I'm talking over it even. I'm going to play it. Nicaela es una historia. That's one of my. I learned how to speak Spanish singing that damn song. I think everybody learned how to speak Spanish with that song.
This album has "Isn't She Lovely," which he wrote for his daughter.
Right.
Knocks Me Off My Feet, which is also an amazing song.
Correct. That's on there. Have a Talk with God is on here, which is dope. Sir Duke is dope. Knocks, of course, Knocks Me Off My Feet is everybody knows that. Somersault is dope. Ordinary Pain is dope. Joy Inside My Tears. Black Man is probably a skip. Black Man is probably, I hate to say it, but Black Man is probably a skip on this album. Yeah,
Yeah.
Black Man's a skip on this album. Black Man's a skip on this album. As I think, go back. Oh, Another Star is my favorite Stevie Wonder song, by the way. That's definitely not a skip. And it's on Songs of the Key of Life. It is what it is. I don't even want to play it because then we're not going to be able to put it up. But it's not. It's definitely not a skip. It's definitely not a skip. That's background. It's not a skip. Nah, I can. But Ebony Eyes is a skip. Ebony Eyes is a skip. All Day Sucker is a skip. Saturn is Saturn a skip. I
mean, some of them are dicey, but
they're a little, it's a little dicey. But Songs of the Key of Life is one of those. It's a classic album.
21 songs on that album. It has a solid 10.
Shit, it might have a solid
range and not skip through.
It might have a solid 17. It might have a solid 17. Songs in the Key of Life might have a solid 17. Yes, I mean that's just, again, looking at it holistically.
Yeah.
Love's in Need of Love. That's not a skip.
I would say 15.
Have a Talk with God, Village Ghetto Land, Contusions for the musicians. Contusion serves as that bridge to the second part of the album, right?
Right.
And then you got Sir Duke, I Wish, Knocks Me Off My Feet, Pastime Paradise, because you don't get Gangster Paradise without Pastime Paradise, right? Summer Soft, Ordinary Pain, Isn't She Lovely, Joy Inside My Tears, Black Man, you skip that. So my first skip is Black Man. Nika Ella, that's on the album, that's staying. If It's Magic Will Stay, As Stays, Another Star Stays. And then the last 3 songs, Saturn, Ebony Eyes, All Day Sucker, Easy Going. So that's 17 songs. You got a hot 17 on that album. 16 maybe.
That works. I could deal with that.
That's 16 out of 21. That's not a bad album.
I can handle that.
That's not a bad album at all. Now, the other album though, Fulfilling This First Finale. Fulfilling This First Finale is another interesting project. By the way, Songs in the Key of Life, a lot of people say that was his last classic album. Even if it was, that's his 5th classic album before his 25th birthday. We haven't had a real Stevie album in shit. I'm almost 50 years old. And that album came out, Songs in the Key of Life came out in, Fulfilling This Personality came out in 74. Songs of the Key of Life came out in 76, even though he started recording it in 74.
Wow, that song came out the year I was.
Yeah, you're old.
You are too. What are you talking about? Like I'm the only one here. Yeah, this one is a yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That song is. It's a great drunk karaoke song.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is. So, Thriller. Now, Thriller, I can tell you that Thriller has a lot of skips on it for me.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Thriller has a lot of skips for me. I know a lot of people are going to be mad about it.
I'm not going to. There are no skips on Thriller.
Thriller has a lot of skips.
There are no skips on Thriller. Oh, wait.
Are you kidding me? Me? Thriller has a lot of skips for me.
No. Okay, you go. Please tell me what you would skip on Thriller.
Thriller? Anything with Paul McCartney.
Well, I like that song, but I also like what he did to Paul McCartney after that song.
But Beat It is really a damn skip for me.
Yeah, it was musical theater. It absolutely was.
Beat It is a skip for me. Thriller can actually be a skip for me. I mean, you play Thriller once a year during Halloween because of Vincent Price. That's kind of it's a throwaway song. Thriller is a
I like
throwaway
Thriller.
song.
Thriller is fun. Like Thriller reminds me of being a kid.
It's too this album. I wish people would have understood the genius of Off the Wall before Thriller came out.
I
I
agree with that.
wish people would have.
Off the Wall is
Off the Wall was too black.
it's his
Off the Wall is
it's
too black.
really that's really Michael in his bag. Off the
Correct.
Wall is absolutely and there was a little portion of when he was in the Jacksons, not the Jackson 5, but the Jacksons, where he was in his bag as well.
Right.
Like right before he left the Jacksons to do
Right.
Off the Wall, he found his sweet spot.
Right. But I mean, it is. There are some skips.
I don't see any skips.
Baby Be Mine, number 2, 3, and 5. I don't even know what the hell I'm missing a song on here. I was like, wait a second, I'm missing a song up here. There's a song missing in Thriller. Let me go and look here. Apple Music.
I don't see any skips.
Good and well there's a damn skip. There's skips on Thriller.
Nope.
Ebony, there's
skips on Thriller. Okay, if there was, I have to choose a skip on Thriller, it would actually be Thriller. But Thriller all the songs can say
Thriller is a skip. Not only is Thriller a skip, but Baby Be Mine is a skip.
Lady in My Life is like his Human Nature, because we can't have Human Nature. We can't have SWV.
No. Human Nature is definitely not a skip. That's definitely a song that you'll keep.
Baby Be Mine is like a mellow groove.
Baby Be Mine, you can keep. But that damn The Girl Is Mine, skip it. Thriller.
That because of Paul McCartney. Okay.
Nah, the Girl Is Mine is cheeky. It's horrible. And I remember this stupid ass video that came with it. They can keep that. Thriller, you can throw that out. And Beat It, you can throw it out. So 3 out of the 9 songs on here are skips. 3 out of the 9 are skips on here. Sorry.
I really agree with one, but I mean, you got it. It's all right.
You know it is because you can't even argue.
Like Baby Be Mine. I forgot. Like honestly, I haven't looked at this. I haven't looked at these songs in years. So when I opened it up, I realized I still know all the words to all of these songs on here, and I totally forgot about Baby Be Mine, and I really like that song.
But I can tell you on Off the Wall, going down song for song, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You, Working Day and Night, Get on the Floor, Off the Wall, Girlfriend, She's Out of My Life, I Can't Help It. If the Falling in Love, the only Burn This Disco Out, not even a skip on that. There's nothing. No skips. There's not a single skip on Off the Wall.
No, there are no skips on Off the Wall.
Even if you want to hate She's Out of My Life, you can't. You cannot hate that song. That Mike.
What was the song he did? And Saida Garrett was singing background. Which song is the she sings background on?
Is that on the Bad album?
No, that's I can't stop loving you. I just can't stop loving you. No, but she sang something with him on this album. I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, she's been around a long time, so
she's amazing.
Yeah, she's
like
dope.
I had to tell somebody they had to put some respect on her name because you can't play with Saida Garrett.
I mean, so we're going to talk about Prince right now, but let's be honest now, can we have an honest conversation about the actual Purple Rain album?
Yes, but let me put up all the songs on Purple Rain because I have skips. And I love Prince. Everybody who knows me knows that I love Prince.
I love Prince, but
however,
there's a huge but.
Let's see. Tell you what's not going anywhere. Darling Nikki is going nowhere.
Darling Nikki would never go anywhere.
Never.
I mean,
but you know what? The thing, and a lot of people don't realize this, but the thing about Prince, when he does an album, there are probably 50 songs that did not make the album that are just as good as the album. So when we get these B-sides years later, real fans are upset because we know where these songs came from. We
All
can
right.
hear where these songs, which albums these
All
songs are related
right.
to. So yeah, I be mad a lot. I'm gonna just say that. So yeah, Computer Blue, you can skip that.
Yep.
You could actually skip Let's Go Crazy, but I like the guitar solo.
I would say you can skip Let's Go Crazy too. Let's Go Crazy is not
So
is
Beautiful
probably
Ones, you could put Beautiful Ones at the end.
mm-hmm.
Darling Nikki, I Would Die for You, Take Me With You, When Doves Cry, Baby I'm a Star, in Purple Rain. And Purple Rain can go next to last with the Beautiful Ones, or play it first just to get it out of the way, because
Play it
it's not
first and
that
get it out the way.
great of a song. It's okay, but it's not the best.
It's not the
Like if I had to, if you had to choose Prince's best song, it could be a remix, it could be something somebody else sang. If you had to choose the song in your opinion that is Prince's best body piece of work, what would you choose? And I can tell you right now, I don't have an answer.
To me, I Hate You.
Really?
Musically, yo, Prince,
Yeah,
they kill. They
but
kill that. They kill that song. Band wise, yo, the band, that whole Gold Experience album.
Yeah.
The whole Gold Experience
The
album
Gold Experience
was a killer
let me
all the
pull
way
it.
through from front to back. The Gold Experience album was one of those albums like when you play it, you're like, yo.
Yeah,
And there's some cheeky songs on that album. There's some songs on that you're like, okay, Negro, you know, I'm not messing with you. But when you start listening to it, I'm like, oh yeah. Like remember, Break It Down is on that album. You know, when they were playing Tevin Campbell's version so much that when Prince's version finally came out in like 96, 97, people were like, yeah. We don't want to hear
he wrote it.
we don't want to hear Tevin sing this anymore. We need the Prince version all the time. Especially when it had the drum solo in the middle of it. Everybody was like, yeah, nah, we need this version.
Yeah, so I've seen Prince in concert 5 times. 5. Wait, I saw him in San Diego, and I saw him again in San Diego, and I saw 5 times. So I've seen Prince live 5 times. And 6 times. Sorry, because I forgot. I did go to New Orleans when he headlined at the Essence Festival.
Oh, you were there that year with John. That was right when John's baby died. So John was up on John, my man. John Blackwell. Rest in peace, man.
Yes, I was there, and Shaka Khan came out, and they sang "I Feel for You," and they sang "Sweet Thing," and he tore that up. Like, okay, so anyway, so it was before he got really religious, and he would still kind of do some of his freaky shit, but he's older, so he can't really do his freaky stuff like he used to.
Right.
The song was "Do Me," and he did some kind of move where he was grabbing the back of his own leg, and I was like, okay, yes, that was my first.
I love seeing Prince in concert. He was a beast. Prince was
amazing.
A beast.
He was amazing.
May he rest in peace, and hopefully he is resting in peace.
So, everybody that knows me well knows that I got so many phone calls the day Prince died. Like people were really checking on me because they knew, and I was at work when I found out, and I just I wanted to leave. I really wanted to leave.
Yeah, it was wild. It was crazy.
My favorite Prince album is "Love Sexy" for several reasons.
So let me go ahead and share this shit right now since we're talking about it. Since we're all up in our Prince bag right now. Boom. So this is our Prince bag. Let me do this. This is basically the March Madness version of Prince's favorite songs. And it's gonna be hard to do. It's gonna be very hard to do. I'm gonna start on the left side, and Freaks on this side versus My Love Is Forever. Now, Freaks on this side is just the chant. It's the chant that I love, and I love when he does it live. You
I
know,
don't think I know that song.
oh, Freaks on this side. Oh yeah, I can't play it. We'll never be able to post this. We'll never be able to post this if I play the music. So,
Well, they don't care
um,
anymore. Prince is not here anymore, so he's not monitoring it as closely as he.
oh yes, they are.
No, not as closely as they used to. There's a lot of videos
Um,
that are on there now that weren't there when he was alive. But I'll find it.
yeah.
I was actually gonna make an Apple playlist with these songs, and let me know if you still want me to
You
do that.
should. You should. You can. Um, I have it somewhere. I mean, well, I have it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I
and
get.
another underrated Prince album, in my opinion, is the soundtrack to Under the Cherry Moon.
Let me get that out of there.
Yeah, get that out of there. Where you going?
Nowhere.
Uh-huh.
Unshare. Uh, definitely
Yeah,
ain't
Under
going
the Cherry
nowhere.
Moon, in my opinion, is very underrated.
Under the Cherry Moon, that whole soundtrack. I wish I could pull it up. Let me see if I can open up my Apple Music here
It's one of the it's my second
without
favorite.
getting in too much trouble. Let me see if I can open up my Apple Music. My Prince catalog.
Yeah, and their songs are short, so like some people know this, some people don't, but an album has to be at least 45 minutes. If it's less than 45 minutes, it's considered an EP, which is why you
Yeah,
get a lot of albums with little skits and stuff just to kind of
but
the time up.
we get a lot of albums with junk on it now.
Right. So what one thing that Prince did was he had to give them a studio album, and he gave them Love Sexy, and it plays all as one song, and it's 45 minutes exactly.
Right. Well, I mean, that's just who he is, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in my
And it
app.
really killed
I'm in my
me.
Apple Music. I'm in my Apple Music bag right now. There
It really
are.
killed me that he died in
We got
April,
okay,
because
this.
every time I think about him, all I think of is Sometimes It Snows in April.
Right,
So
I need to unshare. I need to stop sharing. So I'm on a new computer, so I need to authorize my computer really quick before it takes out all of my damn music.
yeah, get it together. So Christopher Tracy's Parade. I Wonder You. Oh, I love all these songs. I love all of these songs. Mountains is so good. Oh man. Yeah, I love all these songs.
Oh, wait a second. I have to deauthorize the computer first. So now I gotta look.
Get Andre the
Sheesh.
remixes for Thieves in the Temple.
Yo, Thieves in the Temple is a
All of
dope
them.
song
There's
too.
like 7 remixes on that for that song, and they're all
I
bad.
have remixes. I have remixes for almost every Prince song that there is. It is
I
absolutely
I
crazy.
love Prince is really, people want to say Puffy is the king of the remix.
Oh no no no! Oh no no! Oh no no!
It's
If you know anything
absolutely
about Prince, Prince is
100%.
definitely the king of the remixes.
100%. And the long version, oh, every yeah. Huh. Yeah.
I think I just messed up my daggone whole Apple Music.
Uh-oh.
I know I need to deauthorize a bunch of computers real quick, which I'm going to do right now since I'm just going to deauthorize every daggone computer I have. So if there are any computers out there that you think you have access to my stuff on, you don't any longer. God bless you.
Abby,
Good
where's
night.
your toy? Where's your ball? Go get it. I'll throw it if you
I,
go get
I
it.
really forgot. I really forgot that this is a new computer. I really did. But now I'm good. Now I'm good. Now it's going to authorize everything, and everything will be right with the world again. I'm glad I caught it because we don't want any problems. We don't want any problems. So anyway, back to Prince. Prince. Yeah, his operas are dope. NEWS was dope. A lot of people didn't understand that album. I can say this that I enjoyed the 1990 through his death Prince more than I enjoyed the 70 through 1990 Prince.
He was a
That was
real music. He
he was a real musician. So he
was a
was always
real,
a real musician, but he
yeah, but he
stopped.
just left that part out.
Right.
He was just
He's
like, okay, it's just all about the music.
right. And so for me, he just became a better musician, as far as I was concerned. I mean, if that even makes sense, he
When
was
he
just
when he was no longer obligated to make music, he made better music.
right there. You go. There you have it. There you go.
And
When he
and
wasn't
he
obligated to make music, he became a
his
better
music
musician.
because he was able to really be who he absolutely was. And imagine if we would have got that super musical Prince out the gate.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that
kind
would
of
have been
unfortunate
crazy.
though, because he might not have been as popular because he was play
But
one song for
you can tell. So here is my Prince library has 120 albums and 1,500, 1,200 songs almost. And this doesn't include the MPG stuff. This doesn't even include the NPG stuff, even though some of it is
Do
mixed
you
up in
know if the Madhouse albums are available for purchase or download?
there. I have it.
I
Like
have it, but I want to know if I can put. I
here,
can't put it on Apple Music.
here is the infamous, the Black Album.
Oh, my
You
favorite.
know, I need that on vinyl. That's the one I need on vinyl. Like I got stuff that print. Like this is C
Now,
note.
the Black album is the tandem album to Love Sexy.
Correct. Like this album right here, C note. Like this is a live album. Right? All sound check stuff. You know, it's just in here. So I have a lot of the Chocolate Invasion, which is absolutely crazy. This was an NPG. So back in the day, for those that don't know, Prince used to have this club called the NPG Music Club. And you could get all sorts of stuff. There were some releases that were in there that people that will never see the light of day. But if you were in the NPG Music Club, you can get them. I mean, he had all sorts of crazy stuff in there. So shout out to that. I mean, shout out to the stuff that I have from there. Um, Yeah, I remember this album. Cinnamon Girl, the Come album, Controversy album. Here's the cream. Look, with all the mixes on it.
Yeah, Cream was a good remix album.
Crystal Ball. I mean, you can, Acknowledge Me was one of my favorite songs too. Calhoun Square. Uh, Off of this album, Chlorine Bacon Skin, with just Morris on the drums and Prince just in the studio, just jamming. It's absolutely crazy.
Coltrane, can you please chill
So
out?
they're all in here. I mean, there's a lot of Prince stuff. Diamonds and Pearls, this album.
So, funny story, little side story. One of my good friends went to church with went to the same church as Tone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's from San Diego. I don't know if y'all know that he's
Mm-hmm.
from San Diego.
Yeah, we know he's from San Diego. What up,
He
Anthony?
they had a they had like a fashion show at the church, and he was the coordinator for the fashion show, and he used so much Prince music. And I'm sitting there. My friend asked me to come with her to the rehearsal, so I went with her, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, he is literally playing Prince in the sanctuary. What is going on? But people didn't know that that's who that was. So I was just sitting there like I knew a secret, a dirty secret that nobody else knew. So it was fun. But yeah, he was very creative in San
Oh
Diego with the
yeah.
stuff that
Oh,
that his dad church. Because I think
oh
it was
yeah,
his
yeah.
dad's.
We know. Trust me, we definitely know.
Yeah, I kind of wish he would have just been a secular artist because it would have music would be different, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me see. This Gold Nigga album. A lot of
That's
people don't have this album. It's one of my favorite albums. This is one of my favorite Prince albums of all time. I mean, it was funky, it was clean, the band was killing. They were just doing it. They were. I mean, when I say these jokers is doing it, they were just doing it. And I know you can't hear it through there, which is good, but these cats are doing it. They were killing the entire album, and it was funky. It was
okay. I'm
crazy.
gonna need you to send that to me. I'm gonna need you to send that one to me. I don't
All
have
right,
that.
I get that too. I mean, but as you can see, I got everything.
Yeah, go back up to Graffiti Bridge real quick because that one had a couple. The Question of You is an amazing
Yep.
song.
Join
Round and
repetition. Yeah,
Round,
round
Joy
and round. Tick tack.
Repetition, Thieves in the
Thieves in the
Temple.
temple.
That's my jam. Put on
Yep.
Thieves in the Temple. I might put a pair of heels on and dance. I
Play
might.
this. Hysterical. You might may, huh?
I might.
Hysterical to me. Yeah, Thieves in the Temple is dope. I mean, a lot of dope music. Prince had a lot of dope ass music.
He did not play. He he came here to do what he was supposed to do.
He did.
I just wish he was still here. Oh yes, the Batman soundtrack, definitely a favorite.
I
Oh, I
can't.
listened. That's crazy. I listened to Vicky Waiting this morning. This when I was in the car earlier.
Oh, really?
Yes, it
So I
came
mean,
on my
there is
shuffle.
the hits B side like this has
That's
Silent. This
the
has
best.
everything on it.
Like if you want a good sample of Prince music, the hits and the B sides is a good place to start.
Correct. Correct. That'll give you everything of his.
That'll give you
Everything.
a little bit of everything. A little, you kind of feel everything he's ever done.
The I Hate You mixes. There's like 50 million mixes of I Hate You that are out there. The I'll Do Anything EP. That
I
was the
just have to
MPG.
wonder, did this man sleep? Like, I don't think he rested because it
This
with as
Indigo Nights live.
he had in his brain. I know he was. I know he didn't sleep much. Could not
No,
possibly have.
no, he's never did. So all this stuff here, man. Listen, there's a lot of Prince
Alphabet
music.
Street. I love that song too.
There's a lot of Prince music that is out
Is there
there
some
that
on 50?
that is absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy, and we're gonna miss him. I mean, he was a once in a lifetime talent. We're gonna miss his ass.
Yeah,
We
we're
are
not.
missing him
We'll never see anybody like that.
because music right now pretty much sucks.
We will never
Pretty
see
much,
anybody like Prince again. Not in our lifetime, at least.
yeah. Music pretty much sucks right now. So what you gonna do? You just kind of you got to deal with it, the good, the bad, the happy, and the sad. Yeah, they were all involved, but he did a lot of them side pieces. But I got my Prince catalog the day he died. I hate to say it that way, but the day he died, all of his music flooded all over the place, and I was able to procure his entire catalog. And I'm talking about live stuff that's never been released. I have all that catalog.
Well, I need
Yeah, I'll hook you up. Let's see what I can do for you. I can see
I
what
need
I
to
can
put
do.
on my X drive.
I can see what I can do for you on that. We'll see. We'll see what we
Hey,
can do. But
I have
back
an
to
extra X drive to put my valuables on.
but listen, so all this to say, we were talking about R&B being dead, and how black music has changed so much that there's no demarcation, there's no delineation between R&B and hip hop any longer. It's all basically
And they're really blurring the line
intermingled.
between R&B and pop too.
Correct, correct, correct. Which is sad because there is a difference between
There's a
R&B
definite
and
difference.
pop.
And a lot of the music that they're labeling as R&B is really pop, but that's too much competition. But
Correct, correct. And it's problematic as far as I'm concerned. It's
Doja Cat
definitely
is not R&B.
no, she's not.
He's
No, she's not.
absolutely pop.
But you can't tell people that. They swear to God, they swear up and down that she's R&B,
It's
but
just because
she's
she's
not.
black. It's like, no, that's not what that means.
Just because you have dark skin doesn't
Hootie
mean
and
you
the
sing dark
Blowfish
people.
is still a rock group, even though the lead singer is black.
Correct. And he's country, and he's killing the country charts. He's not
Yes,
R&B. He's a country singer.
yes.
He's a
We need
rock
more
singer
black
that sings
country
country.
singers. I think
We
I would
need.
like country music if more black people sang it, because those songs are hilarious.
I mean, I think they do a good job of what they do. I think we have enough people. I think we have enough. We have a
No, we
good
need more.
amount
We
of.
do. I think we need more people who look like us getting into those spaces, especially because we started country music.
We started all that shit. But
We
you can't
started
tell.
everything. We
You
started
know.
everything. But like, I just feel like if you're good at that, like K Michelle sing the shit out of a country song. I wish that was her lane the whole time.
She's pretty much trash, though. I don't give
Because
a hell.
she would have been in a class all by herself if she
Right.
was country the whole time.
But the thing is, everybody's competing for airtime. Everybody's competing for play. Everybody's competing for the same audience. Everybody's competing. That's why our music is dumbed down now. our music is dumbed down. I mean, everything on the radio sounds the same. But when you look at this board up here, Prince didn't sound like Mike. Mike didn't sound like Luther. Mike didn't sound like Marvin. He didn't sound like Stevie. Stevie didn't sound like anyone. He didn't sound like James. He didn't sound like Smokey. You know, they everybody had their own sound, and that stopped.
This new music is one size fits all, and old music is people had lanes. People would gravitate towards certain people, but they didn't disrespect the songs. Like
Right.
you could have a favorite. I don't know if you can really have a favorite now.
Can you? I mean, it all sounds the same.
Exactly. It all sounds the same, and that's the messed up
Yeah, it's
part.
definitely about the dollar. Definitely about the dollar. Definitely about the dollar. So anyway, yeah. So I had to get that off my chest tonight. Just talking about music and talking about just talking about things. Though I know we didn't touch on the Irv Gotti thing. I don't really know anything about it.
I don't know much about it. I just know that Irv Gotti is a messy queen, and he is still lusting after somebody who does not want him, and he needs to let it go. He really needs to let it go.
Who are you talking about? Help me out.
So there's a couple of clips going around where they're interviewing him about Murder Inc. and such, and he's talking about Ashanti, because now we know that they were in a relationship. And he was basically saying that at the time, he and his wife were separated, but and he said that he didn't know that she was with Nelly until he saw her at the game with Nelly. So it's a mess, and he's still talking about this girl, and they ain't together. And I'm like, boy, let it go. Do yourself a favor, because you sound silly out in these streets.
Is that all he's talking about?
Yeah, well, that's what I saw. I'm sure they talked about other stuff, but and he was on Drink Champs, and he did some talking on there too, where he seemed real salty. So,
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, look, I mean, he shouldn't be talking about it publicly, but I mean, they got him drunk, they got him high, so of course he's going to spill everything.
Well, he wasn't drunk and high for the BET thing.
Oh, well, no, I guess he shouldn't be talking about
He
it.
just salty.
Yeah, you shouldn't be telling your conquest or whatever you want to call him. Whatever you want to call him, you shouldn't be talking about it. Man up. Don't kiss and tell. No, and don't put her business out there in the street like that.
Don't put her business in the street, because she sure wasn't talking about you.
Right. She wasn't talking about you. Don't put her business in the street. Leave that girl alone. That's how I look at that. Well, hopefully, I don't know. He's bitter. It is what it is on that. Well, that's it. That's all I got for tonight. I got a long day tomorrow. So we're ready to get out of here. Eb, thank you for joining us tonight. The crowd in the room, thank y'all for joining us. We'll be back. I don't know if we'll be back next week. September 1. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We might be on a sabbatical for a few weeks. We might do a show Friday night live, late Friday night, next Friday night. The Deacon Board will be here live next Friday night. So I might set the camera up and just do a show. Most of us will be here next Friday night. I might just do a show from the house Friday night, while we're chilling outside, whatever. But it's gonna be a good time next weekend. Eb, you need to bring your ass to the East Coast, Eb. Goodbye. Yeah, good.
It's cold over there too.
It's not gonna be cold over here right now.
Over there? Who all over there?
You so dumb. We'll talk about that offline. I ain't even getting involved in who all over there. Y'all have a good night. We're out of here. Y'all be easy. Peace.